Peace, peace, peace. We back. And we talking about Donald Trump, BlackRock, and the digitalization of the New World Order under cryptocurrency. This is part 6, right? This is the last install. So before I left in part 5, we was talking about Larry Fink, and we're talking about his connection with cryptocurrency, right? And I was explaining to y'all what globalization mean, because Larry Flint is a globalist. Not Larry Fink, but Larry Fink. He's a globalist. He believes in globalization, uniting everything. And he's going to do this through the cryptocurrency, right? And he's going to use Donald Trump to do this. He's going to use the World Economic Forum to do this, which is a think tank. So let's see how he feels about cryptocurrency, right? It says Larry Fink stance on cryptocurrency has evolved dramatically from skepticism in 2017 to full-throated support. So first he was a skeptic, now he's giving full-throat support, with his company BlackRock launching the high successful iShare Bitcoin Trust ETF. He has described Bitcoin as a legitimate international asset and a potential hedge against inflation and currency debasement. You hear that? Say this one more. I'm going to read this again. Larry Fink's stance on cryptocurrency has evolved dramatically from skepticism in 2017 to full-throated support, with his company BlackRock launching the highly successful iShare Bitcoin. So he has his own currency, his own cryptocurrency, right? The word crypto means hidden currency, right? Hidden currency. He has his own currency, iShare Bitcoin Trust, ETF, right? Or IBIT, right? It says he has described Bitcoin as a legitimate international asset, a global asset, a digital global currency, right? That's what that means, because he's calling it a legitimate international asset. Another way of saying a global digital currency and a potential hedge against inflation and currency debase. All right? Let's keep on going. The shift from skepticism to endorsement, because first he was skeptical in 2017. Now they said full-throated support. All right? BlackRock launches the highly successful iShare Bitcoin Trust ETF. When you hear the word trust, remember, when you put things in a trust, that's a way of you protecting your assets. So he's creating this Bitcoin, he's putting it in a trust so he can protect the asset of that international digital currency. So this is the way these dudes work. They're smart. He's protecting his own assets by putting it in a trust. The asset is the Bitcoin. He's putting the Bitcoin in the trust, and so this is how he's protecting his asset, and he's going to make it an international digital currency, right? It says shift from skepticism to endorsement. 2017, Fink was highly critical, called Bitcoin an index of money laundering. Number 2, 2020, his view began to shift, acknowledging that Bitcoin had captured the attention and imagination of millennials, though still noted its high volatility and criminal use. The reason why he's saying it's criminal use, because remember, Bitcoin is decentralized. The Federal Reserve don't control it. So he was calling it money laundering and calling it criminal use, right? until he saw it catching the imagination of the millennials. Who are the millennials? This new generation. It's this new generation that's into Bitcoin and all this. So he said, wow, this thing is becoming powerful. I got to learn how to control it, because if I can control this currency, I can control the millennials. I can control the generations to come by him making it a digital currency, right? Number 3, 2023, BlackRock files for a spot Bitcoin ETF, and Fink describes crypto as digitizing gold while calling Bitcoin an international asset. Here we go again. He's calling it an international asset. Digitized gold, he called it. Crypto as digitizing gold. Number 4, 2024, after the launch of IBIT ETF, Fink declares, I was wrong about Bitcoin, stating it is a legitimate instrument that provides uncorrelated returns. Number 5, 2025, he had grown even more bullish, suggesting Bitcoin could one day replace the US dollar. You hear that? Replace the US dollar. So that means we're going and dealing with digital money. It's going to be the international asset. And he's putting it in a trust. He's going to protect this new Bitcoin that he's creating, that he's getting behind, which is called ETF, right? So that he can make millions of dollars off this thing. BlackRock involvement. BlackRock under Fink leadership is not just verbally endorsing crypto, but is an active participant in the market through its ETF. The IBIT success approves in January 2024. The iShare Bitcoin Trust became the largest spot Bitcoin ETF in the world in its first year. I wonder how. With all the money he got, with all the $1 trillion he got, of course it's going to be successful, right? Number 2, institutional entrance. BlackRock had observed significant entrance in Bitcoin from institutional investors, including sovereign wealth funds. You hear that? Institutional entrance. BlackRock had observed significant interest in Bitcoin from institutional investors, including sovereign wealth funding. So that's how he got his entrance in it. It says the reason for his change of heart. Fink's new perspective for cryptocurrency stems from a few key factors. Diversification. He now believes Bitcoin is a legitimate investment tool that offers investors return uncorrelated with traditional assets. Number 2, digital gold. He's calling it digital gold. Remember, our money used to be backed by gold. And then they took us off the gold standard in 1933 when the stock market crashed. And then that's when they started printing this counterfeit money, which was backed by nothing. But back in the days, it was backed by silver and gold, where you can take $1 and you can trade it in and get a gold coin or a silver coin. But during 1933, when the stock markets fell under Roosevelt, they changed all that and they started printing this counterfeit money that's backed by nothing but debt. You understand? Now he's coming with something called digitalized. He's calling the new cryptocurrency that he's backing, the ETF, digital gold. Number 2, digital gold. Like many proponents, he sees Bitcoin as an alternative store of value, like gold, that can protect against the devaluation of fiat currency. Right? Number 4, economic instability. Against a backdrop of rising national debt and inflation, He possess he pos he pos he pos he po- posit he posit that Bitcoin served as a currency of fear for those anxious about the stability of their local currency. Number 5, market access. BlackRock ETF product may invest in Bitcoin more accessible, cheaper, and transparent for a broad range of investors from institutions to individuals. The potential Bitcoin price prediction, 700,000 potential based on a discussion with sovereign wealth funds considering a small allocation of their portfolio to Bitcoin. Fink has speculated that widespread institutions adoption could drive Bitcoin price to as high as 700,000. Meaning, if everybody get up on behind this Bitcoin ETF, the price can go up to 700,000. So that's what I mean. It's going to be a uniform, digitalized currency internationally, and these big billionaires, trillionaires are going to get behind it, and they're going to be the ones controlling it. So it's going to be like a Federal Reserve controlling it, but it's just going to be big billionaires and trillionaires behind it. And they're going to be able to manipulate the market the way they want, just like the Federal Reserve does with our money now. So it really ain't no difference. If the Federal Reserve take control or these big billionaire and millionaires take control, they're going to use it for their global international conquest of the world and put everybody into digital slavery based on Adolf Hitler Third Reich ideology of white supremacy. So I hope y'all get this, right? So now, since I explained to you Larry Fink, BlackRock, his connection with cryptocurrency and what he wants to do, make it globally, right? And be in control of this Bitcoin asset, this ETF that he's backing and going to have other billionaire and trillionaires behind it where they control and manipulate it to their benefit. And this is what's going to bring in the New World Order, because it's going to be a new order. The new order is going to be a digital order. That's why I said the New World Order is going to be digitalized. And they're going to do that through this cryptocurrency, which is called Bitcoin ETF, which is the cryptocurrency that Larry Fink and BlackRock and his affiliates is getting behind. Also Donald Trump. And the show and prove that Donald Trump's sons started cryptocurrency business. So now they're getting in. And they're going to win because Donald Trump and Larry Fink is like this. So it's a smart move to tell your sons, get into the cryptocurrency now, because this big trillionaire and his other trillionaire partners is about to get behind it and make this thing big. So Donald Trump's sons are behind cryptocurrency, which makes Donald Trump has some affiliated with cryptocurrency too, but he's just doing it through his sons. So let me read this article. Give me 1 minute. So here we go. Donald Trump Jr., current in cryptocurrency. Is it any coincidence that Donald Trump is close with BlackRock, Larry Fink? Larry Fink is into cryptocurrency, and he's making this thing a big thing now, and he's getting behind it, and he's going to make it an international asset. And now Donald Trump's sons is getting into cryptocurrency. It says Donald Trump Jr. is heavily involved in a family-led expansion into cryptocurrency, including co-founder several crypto ventures and promotions their project. Right? He has publicly emerged digital assets, often framing his family's involvement as a response to being debanked or cut off from traditional finances. Key crypto projects associated with Donald Trump Jr. Right? Number 1, World Liberty Financial, the decentralized finance, DeFi project and cryptocurrency company was co-founded by Donald Trump Jr. and his brother Eric and Barron. The venture has a proprietary token, WLFI, and has launched a dollar-pegged stable coin called USD1. The company has attracted scrutiny regarding its links to foreign investors and potential conflict of interest with the Trump administration. So his sons is into cryptocurrency. BlackRock, Larry Fink is into cryptocurrency. This is the affiliation and the link between these two guys, because Larry Fink, BlackRock CEO, owns Donald Trump. And you might as well say he probably might be running our government through Donald Trump with all his trillions of dollars he have. Number 2, Donald Trump Jr. cryptocurrency, American Bitcoin. Donald Trump Jr. is back of this Bitcoin mining company, which became politically traded in September 2025 following a merger. The merger significantly boosted the value of the brothers' stake, which Reuters estimated was worth $1.5 billion at its stock debut. Wow. Number 3, Donald Trump Jr. cryptocurrency. Dominari Holdings. According to Reuters, Trump Jr. and his brother Eric each holds a 6.3% stake in this crypto treasury vehicle. Dominari, which also has a financial advisor business, recently received approval to underwrite initial public offerings on the New York Stock Exchange. Wow. Number 4, Donald Trump Jr. current cryptocurrency investment and other firms. In July 2025, Bloomberg reported that Trump Jr. invested in Thumbs Up Media Corp, a social media firm that is building a Bitcoin stockpile. He also serves on the advisory board of Polymarket, a crypto betting platform. So Trump's sons is making a lot of money, and they got a lot of things going on with this cryptocurrency, because they know something we don't know. All right. So this is the last thing I'm going to read. It says, Donald Trump Jr. cryptocurrency, dismissal of conflict of interest concern. In October 2025, Trump Jr. dismissed concerns about potential conflict of interest relating to his family crypto project. He told CNBC he did not believe his father, President Trump, would check blockchain ledgers to see who was buying their tokens. He also stated that World Liberty is not a political organization. So they're calling it a conflict of interest, because how can y'all be running the crypto thing and your father's the president of the United States? It's a conflict of interest. But he's saying that it's not a conflict of interest. But we can see that it is. Number 2, rationale for entry crypto. Trump Jr. has stated that the Trump family entered the cryptocurrency market out of necessity after struggling to secure financing from traditional banks after his father entered politics. He had argued that the decentralized platform offered a solution to what he calls an undemocratic financial system. So in other words, he's saying this is the way he's making his money, and it's kind of hard because since his father is the president, it's kind of hard for him to get into this cryptocurrency business thing. So this is the end of the bill. I hope y'all liked it. Hope I opened your eyes to certain things. I hope y'all see that this new world order is going to be a digital new world order that's based on the neo-Nazi Adolf Hitler ideology. And they're going to do this through your AI, cryptocurrency, robots, supercomputers, microchips. This is all what's going to happen. And definitely in 2030, 2040, it's going to start getting real big. So y'all better have your eyes open and prepare for what's going on and understand what position Donald Trump is playing. He's a puppet. He's a puppet that's been bought, and he's going where the money is at. You understand? And he's going to help BlackRock CEO Larry Fink bring this digitized money into a new world order. So I hope y'all like the bill. Until next time, see y'all later. This is Rational Lens Podcast. Peace. Where logic becomes focus.